Good morning. It's a new day and I didn't really film yesterday, but Isaac and I got all of the trash that was here piling up from the inside of the demo from the Chinook and also some stuff from his bus build, and we took it all to the dump and it was a lot. It took us all day. We had to do 2 trips, but we got it done. The only thing I have left is the refrigerator we took out. We couldn't take it, but they told us about a place that will take it for free. So next time I go into town for supplies, we'll just take that, drop it off first, and then go get supplies from Home Depot. So I've been trying to reseal all of the roof stuff that has old seals and just should be replaced. It's really overcast today and it has been the last couple of days, but according to the forecast we have some sunny days coming up, so I'm gonna wait until the sun is out to do those. So today I'm gonna plug in the Chinook to shore power, turn the heater on, we're gonna clean it out, paint the floor, and hopefully get the flooring laid out. And hopefully by the end of the day, my goal is to have the flooring completely done. I'm gonna go as fast as I can and try and make this happen. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The Chinook is a little bit of a mess, so I'm gonna have to clean everything off of the floor, sweep it out so that we can paint it and let the paint start drying. Okay, I was getting to work and doing some things, and I wound up, I don't know why I don't have lights turned on in here. I wound up doing a little bit more than I was anticipating to do today, but there was that shelf right here and it only went back so far, so I took it out so that I can bring it back all the way and have a bigger shelf above the fridge. When I was taking it apart, I hit one piece and it fell and just completely broke that top of that in half. I'm just gonna try and find an RV door that size and replace it with an RV door instead of that, because I was gonna have to close it off anyways because I don't need that gigantic vent just letting out heat or AC. But this is turning into a part of today. So along with the flooring, I'm gonna try and get these walls cleaned up, and I have a whole box of 3 in thin slit insulation left over from my van build, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean the walls, paint them, and then cover them with insulation, and then we'll build over that. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going through it today. So here's where we're at. I got the floor painted, which now has footprints on it, and I'm gonna have to go over it again, which I guess whatever, 2 coats, that's cool. I had the camera on a tripod filming so I could film painting the floor, and then I got all the way on this side and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go unlock the front door, like the front driver's side door, and get my camera, and I can't get it unlocked. I literally cannot unlock it, and I'm so frustrated. Like, Like it will not unlock. It's just stuck on both sides. So as if things couldn't get any worse, here we are. I'm just really frustrated. And on top of that, I feel like that's kind of like the worst of it. I'm going to get a quote on how much it's going to cost to fix that lock, or possibly get electric locks installed, and I know that it's going to be so expensive. I'm just really frustrated. And as I was finishing painting, I realized I don't have the underlayment for the flooring because I never ordered it. So I just don't have it. So I can't even do the flooring. So like I could have waited to paint. So now I'm just like, what else can I get done today? So my options are to replace the furnace, replace the water heater, or replace the back door. And I'm gonna open up the new back door and look at it, see if I think I could possibly get that done today, because if I could do that, I would be outside of the van as opposed to having to wait for the paint to dry so that I could get inside the van and do the heater or the water heater. So let's go take a look at the new door. All right, I did watch a YouTube video, but I feel like, I don't know if these are all the same. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully it works out. This could just be another disaster. Will you come hold this for me real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you. Bad news. It literally barely just doesn't fit. So I'm gonna have to put the old door back on, but this has given me the opportunity to take out all of the old butyl tape because it's not even really working. The door does leak at the bottom a little bit. So I'm gonna reseal everything and put it back together.
Wait, which way did the hinges move? Alright.
Thank you.
Have fun.
I just got the door put back on, and I'm not sure where to go from here. The subfloor is still a little wet with paint in some spots. I'm not really trying to go inside right now, unfortunately. So I guess I'm just gonna clean up and think about my options. I have this huge mess right here. So I'm gonna clean that up and decide what to do now. I have a couple of hours and I'm just feeling frustrated and a little discouraged. I was off on my measurement for the door. I didn't measure it correctly, unfortunately. I do want to, especially after taking it off, and I feel like I'm confident enough that I can replace it. I do want to replace it. I just got to figure out how to measure it correctly and do it right this time. But doing this gave me the opportunity to clean it really good and redo the sills. And then I'm gonna, the inside, I think it's like usually it's like a piece of almost like foam that seals the door like when you close it. So it's so old that it's just literally falling apart. So once the subfloor's dry, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape all of that off, vacuum it out, and put a new little foam seal around the whole inside of the door frame, just to kind of really get it good, because it does leak a small amount, which hopefully after I'm done doing all the stuff I'm doing to it right now, it won't leak anymore. I also need to figure out what I'm gonna do for that side door that broke. So I don't know. I'll talk to you in just a second. So while I let this dry, I'm going to get the old caulking out from around where that was and put some RV Proflex in there and reseal it. Alright, so I just finished doing all of the 3M thin slit insulation, and then now I'm going to finish working on the door right here. Obviously I'm not done with it, but it's doing the job, and it's in here for now until I can get back to this and finish it and then paint it and then put this back in. I just didn't want to leave this gaping hole on the side of the RV, so that's done. I'm kind of just all over the place today, so I'm still waiting for the great stuff to harden. I used a lot of it because I wanted to fill all the cracks, and it's honestly just, it was too much. So I am now taking this old Pendleton fabric from a previous build, and I am putting it here on these, and then I will do cedar on the outsides so that you won't see this outdated blue fabric, and this is just a tan Pendleton fabric. Good morning. Welcome back to a new day. Yesterday was just a complete disaster, and everything felt like it was just going wrong. I have been really questioning this renovation and how much it turned into something I didn't want it to be. And I have these moments where I get really discouraged and frustrated, especially in the moment. But when I take a step back and I really observe my situation, I am grateful. I'm so grateful to just be where I'm at, to have what I have, and that's what I need to focus on. I need to take a step back in the moment sometimes and just take a deep breath and look at the bigger picture. I was driving to the grocery store yesterday, and it was really, really busy. It was about the time most people get off of work, and I was waiting at a red light, but I left a gap open so that people could get in and out of the parking lot. And the light turned green, and I started moving forward, and then this girl came and she needed to turn, so I stopped really quickly and let her turn, and she just looked at me with the biggest smile and biggest wave, and honestly, it made my day. Like, she lifted my spirits, this random stranger, just because of her energy. And it just reminded me that that's the kind of energy I want to give. I don't like being or feeling negatively, and I want to just be positive. Now, it's hard to be positive in the midst of what feels like an absolute disaster. And I often question whether or not I regret buying this Chinook. But in the end, I did buy it. This is the situation that I have at hand, and there's no point in being sad about it. There's no point in focusing that negative energy or focusing on that negative energy, because that's only going to come back to me. So we are going to move forward. We're going to go into today with a big smile and lots of gratitude, and we're going to get some stuff done. I'm doing my first live chat of the year, which will already be out once this video is out. So I'm getting ready for that. But while I have just a little bit of time, I am going to attempt to put up this wallpaper on the wall behind me. Like I said in my last video, or whichever video I posted this is not my first choice of wallpaper. And I'm really nervous that it might be a little too big for the small space. The images on it are just very large, and it might just be too much to make sense. If that's the case, I'm just going to go with my gut, and I'm going to do the wallpaper I originally wanted to do that no one else that I asked was really fond of. So this was voted the most popular among my friends, and it's not what I wanted in my heart, so we'll just see how it goes. If this works, I'm going to keep it. If this is too big, I'm going to go with my gut. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but this is my home, and I need to love it, and I think that's what's more important. So let's go ahead and get this on the wall and see how we feel about it. This is just a peel and stick wallpaper. I've never done wallpaper ever, so hopefully this is easier than I'm anticipating. I'm gonna cut this, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am gonna have trim on all of the edges, so I'm not necessarily worried about those being perfect. Okay, keep in mind I'm gonna have cedar trim all over the corners, and then the countertop's gonna come out and go down. So that's what we have. It is quite big. I feel like once everything's put together though, it'll look really nice. I'm still somewhat on the fence about it. So what do you think? Because I am at this point not entirely sold, but I'm not entirely put off by it. I already have it. It was $200, and it was not necessarily super easy to put up. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait to hear from you and sit on it and see how I feel about it. Yeah. So I just finished my live chat, and it was so much fun. I definitely want to do more live chats moving forward. I used to do a live chat every single week, no matter what, and I haven't been doing that in a long time. So I think that's something that I want to start doing again, just because I really enjoyed it. Now, I did show in the live chat a little sneak peek of this wallpaper behind me, and a lot of people did not like it. And where I'm at with it is I don't absolutely love it. I think I'm gonna keep it though, because it doesn't look great in my opinion. Right now I'm just not in love with it, but I think that once the cabinets are in, once it's trimmed out, and you see everything as a whole, it'll make a lot more sense. And I hope that you guys stick around for that. But I love the orange. I love the pops of orange. That's gonna look so good with the cedar. I'm from Texas. I love a little rustic boho, and I do have a fascination with skulls. I love animal skulls. I think they're super cool, and I think I'm just gonna roll with it. It's $200. I am not trying to dump down the drain, so that's where we're at with that. So I'd love to hear from you about it, as always, and I think I'm gonna end this video here. I wanted to continue with it, but I feel like this is probably a good stopping point. I know I filmed a lot yesterday a lot happened, so we're just gonna end it here, and we'll figure out what we're gonna get into in the next video. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing because it does really help a lot. And I have a goal to get this done before the end of February, so hopefully we start seeing a lot of changes from this point on. We are building up, and it's really, really exciting. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.